Hi guys, it's Ben from ALL Computers here. Just a brief message to let everyone know that it's that time of year again where Black Friday comes around. Ooh. It's got nothing to do with Halloween or anything like that. It's basically an American tradition of, I don't know, consumerism. It's really the only thing I can think of, where they go bonkers and go to shopping malls and crash through windows and have punch-ons in the aisles to try and get their 65-inch Sony Bravia TV or whatever. It's pretty bonkers, to be honest. It's ridiculous. YouTube it, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, I guess the good side of this is that there are a lot of really good deals on, so you get sometimes 50%, sometimes 75% off certain products. It's not nearly as bonkers, I think, as America does it, but we do get some fairly significant deals. So I thought I'd just have a quick look on the Harvey Norman and the JB Hi-Fi website to see what's on offer. I do have the Amazon tab open, but to be honest, I think Amazon's a bit crap. The website is ancient. I've said this before. It's a really old style website. It's very hard to find anything on there, and it's just obviously it's Amazon centric, so it's basically trying to sell you stuff from them. But the way that they've constructed that website it's just crap. They definitely need to modernize it. So my focus will be on Harvey Norman and JB. For this video, and I won't make it too long. I'll just have a look at a couple of laptops and a couple of desktops and probably call it there. Things like phones and speakers and stuff like that, you can they're usually some fairly good deals, but I'm not going to go into that. It's not really my territory. I mean, it's a phone's a phone. If you want to get a really good Android phone, get the Google Pixel 5, because it's a good phone. If you want to get a better phone than that, get the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, because it's got more storage and it's got bigger cameras, but it's Samsung, so good luck with the updates. If you want to get an iPhone and it's your first iPhone, get the iPhone 12. If you want to get your kid an iPhone, get the iPhone 12 mini, because that's what it's designed for. Even though Apple don't tell you, it fits in a kid's hand perfectly. Tell me that's not a coincidence. Right, so I'll just change the view to the dual view so you can see what I'm seeing. I've zoomed in the page a bit because I've got an ultra wide monitor. It makes it a little bit small on the screen for the camera. Okay, so let's have a look at desktop all-in-ones first on the Harvey Norman website. So click on all-in-ones. Don't worry about the small desktops. They're not very good. Usually I just sort the relevance. I sort it by price low to high instead. That makes it easier to navigate. You're looking for around the $1,000 mark for a decent computer. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Wow. Okay. So straight away I can see these three right here from, oh, that's not going to work. No. So these three, one from Acer, one from Lenovo, and one from HP. So the Acer is a 27-inch, so it's quite large. And that has a 10th gen Intel processor, so the latest processor, but it's only i3, so it's sort of the budget side of things. Does have 8 gig of RAM, which is the standard, and 512. So a 512 SSD, which is a solid state drive, so it has flash memory in it, so it's incredibly fast. The standard's usually around 256 still at the moment, and it was going up to 512 before COVID. But then obviously with all the factories shutting down for 6 months or more in China and South Korea, the standard sort of dropped back to about 256. So we're looking at the new ones coming out with 512 now, which is great. That's where you want to be. 256 is okay. 128 is unacceptable. So don't get anything with 128 because you're getting ripped off. It's got to be 256. 512 or higher if you can afford it. So that one has, yep, 512. The HP has 512 as well. I can see that here. Has the Ryzen 3 processor, the latest generation, the 4300, and 8 gig of RAM. Unlike the Acer, which has $80 off, this has $200 off. The Lenovo in the middle not so great. It's a 24-inch. It's last year's processor, but it is an R3. The Ryzen's are way better than the Intels, so the R3 punches way above its weight and is more like an Intel i5. So you have 3, 5 and 7 on both camps, both companies, AMD and Intel. So the R3, the Ryzen 3, punches at the i5 weight. Just remember that. But it's only, yeah, it has 256 SSD in it and a 1 terabyte hard drive, so it's got a bit of a blend between the two. So you'd basically have your Windows and your program files on the C drive, and then the D drive would have all of your photos, documents, music and that sort of stuff if you wanted to do that. To be honest, these days you're probably better off just having a portable hard drive which you have your data on, or most of your storage, but don't have it accessing it all the time, so you've got to sort of shuffle between the two. So there's less to go wrong with just a single SSD though, compared to this one with a hard drive in it as well, because hard drives are mechanical, so they do break, although the SSDs really only last about 5 years anyway, so they're about the same time limit for both of them to die. However, that is a 24-inch. I mean, it looks nice. They do look nice. I've set up a few of those. They're quite nice. I've set up a few of the Acer as well, which are light as a feather. It's unbelievable. It's like picking up an empty box. You literally go, whoa, that's a lot lighter than I was expecting. The HP I haven't seen, but I can presume that that is a metal base, so it'll be pretty well built. The HPs always are. Out of all three of those desktops, I would definitely choose the HP, because it's a newer CPU, 512 SSD, and it's 27 inches. That's great. For an all-in-one, that would be lovely. That would be really nice to use. And I don't think I'd probably go any more expensive than that. Well, the Acer Aspire has an i5 and a 1 terabyte SSD at 1500. So that's quite good. But it doesn't look like HP have an equivalent. So if you were looking for something with a bit more storage and you didn't want to go for the Lenovo with a 1 terabyte SSD, then yeah, that Acer for 1500 would be a good one. But it's not on special, so it must be either new or they just don't have enough. You've got to bear in mind that the Black Friday sales are a lot like the end of financial year and the January sales, so they're trying to get rid of old stock most of the time, but you can definitely find a few good deals in here. So let's see if we can find the equivalent computers on the JB Hi-Fi website. So let's go. I've zoomed this in as well, just because it's easier with my ultra-wide monitor. All 34 inches of it. Anyway, same again. Change it to prices low to high, and let's have a look and see what we have. Check this out. So the HP that was on here with the R4300, 512 gig of RAM, 512 storage, is the same one as on here. But JB Hi-Fi have gone lower, 1119 instead of 1197. So that's it. Go for JB. That's definitely my pick for all-in-ones for this time round, is this HP. It's only a 1080p screen, but if you were getting an all-in-one for the first time, or you had an older all-in-one and you just wanted to upgrade to something with a solid-state drive in it to experience that lightning speed, then this is definitely the one to go for. 512 storage should be perfectly fine. So yep, that's my pick. It's this one from JB. I wonder if it's in stock. Let's have a look. I'll put in 3922 for where I am. Yeah, look at that. That's great. So yes, it's available. You could get it from Frankston. It's open now, so we can go there, or we can just get it delivered. And $19 for postage is perfectly fine for getting it delivered. But just bear in mind where it's coming from. It may come from Queensland, so it might take a while to get here, especially if it's the lead up to Christmas. So if you can go and get it from a store, then that's definitely a good idea now that we're all starting to open up again after COVID. Right, so let's have a look at some notebooks, laptops, exactly the same thing. It's just laptops is the older name for it, and both Harvey Norman and JB seem to be stuck in the olden days, so they keep calling them laptops. Probably because that's what most people are familiar with, is the fact that they're called laptops. Okay, so we won't go for 2-in-1s. I'm just looking for a standard laptop, sort by low to high as well. Let's see if we can find some good price drops. I have been notified by a customer that there was one I should be looking for, so I'm going to have a look down the list for that, which was a Lenovo, sorry. Oh, there it is. My God, look at that. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you need. That is an incredible price drop. $848, save $600. I mean, wow. Wow. What a price drop. That's incredible. It's no wonder it's limit 2 per customer. Because there's no way they want people walking out with loads of those. That's such an amazing price. Look at what it has. It's an Intel, but it's an i7, so it's the performance. So think of it like a 3.5 litre car. And it's the present generation. It's got 8 gig of RAM, and it's got a 512 SSD. That right there is a cracking deal. So I'm not going to look any further. That's it. That's the one to go for. However, if you couldn't get that one because other people have got there first, then we need to find something else as an alternative. Bearing in mind that these are the prices now, and I'm recording this video on Wednesday. So on Friday, there could be a lot of really good deals out, more deals than before. So for example, this Acer Swift looks quite good. The processor is garbage, but it does have a 512 SSD. The AMD Athlons were good 15-20 years ago, but I don't think they're much cop these days. If you're going to get anything with an AMD processor in it, then it's got to be a Ryzen. Don't get anything else. And it's the same with Intel. If you're going to get an Intel processor, do not get Celeron, do not get Pentium, because they suck so bad. They are such bad chips, and I don't understand why they keep selling them. Well, I guess because they're cheap, but they have no place in our society these days. How pompous of me. Okay, so there's a few 128s here on the lower end, but don't go for anything that's only got 128 storage, because Windows takes up 40 gigs worth of storage space, so you're left with bugger all basically, so you really don't want to go there. This Acer Aspire is quite good, but obviously it's only got 256, so this would be definitely my top pick, the Lenovo IdeaPad S145, and then probably the Acer would be my second choice. There is an Asus here, 15-inch, but it's got an Athlon, so you know, this processor's not that great, but it's got 12 gig of RAM. Why would you do that? Why would they? Because this is where you look at the different deals and see what's going on. It's got a garbage processor, but they put more RAM in it to make people think that it's actually better, but it's not, because the more RAM you have to utilize that RAM. You have to be running loads of programs to be able to use that RAM. So yeah, don't worry about that one. It's just not a good CPU, unfortunately, and there's too much RAM. 8 gig of RAM is perfectly fine for most people. Bearing in mind that none of these are gaming laptops. If you want a gaming laptop, you drop $2,000. That's it. It's a $2,000 price bracket for most amazing gaming laptops. If you manage to get, say, $500 or more off a gaming laptop during these sales, brilliant. Or if you're going to sink 2,000 in, if it was, say, a $3,000 gaming laptop, then that's great. You can basically buy it. So for example, yeah, here are three gaming laptops that are now $1,000 with a good discount off all of them. Or maybe we won't include the one in the middle. It does have a 1 terabyte SSD though, so that is a really nice one if you wanted bigger storage. $400 off as well. So that's I would say that's my second choice. So the Lenovo is my first choice. This is my second. These gaming laptops, those graphics cards that are on there, the GTX 1650 Ti, they're pretty old now. 3 or 4 years, or 3 years, I think. But that's old in terms of graphics cards. See, I wouldn't be touching those. I'd be trying to go for something a bit more expensive. So this is only Harvey Norman. So let's have a look and see if we can find that Acer on JB. So let's go down. Try not to scroll too fast for you guys. So does JB Hi-Fi have the same Lenovo laptop? Notebook? No. No, it does not. Not by the looks of it. Let's try the second page. Well, this is too zoomed in for me. I'm going to have to zoom it out. Nope. IdeaPad 3 Ryzen 5 256, so nope. So the Harvey Norman are the only ones with that deal on by the looks of it. Yeah, that's it. That's my recommendation. It's definitely the Lenovo for 800 or going for the Acer for, sorry about the scrolling. Yeah, going for the Acer, where was it? Yeah, 997. $400 off. That's great. Yep, that's really good. So those are my two recommendations for that, plus the HP for the all-in-one. So yeah, if you buy a new computer and you need me to transfer all your data across, that sort of stuff, set up the new machine, I offer that for $200. It's a flat rate fee, which involves just transferring all your data across. Sometimes that doesn't work out very well for me, and I might spend 4 or 5 hours trying to do it, much to my wife's annoyance. I don't charge the extra. It's just $200. I offer Avast Business Edition for $50 for 2 years, which basically gives you everything that Avast offer, including their VPN, which is $109 a year on its own. So it's a very good deal, and don't rely on the antivirus that comes with Windows 10, Windows Defender. It is utter crap, and I can prove it. But also, a lot of the time you'll get a McAfee or a Norton trial with your computer, which only gives you 30 days, and both of those companies are rubbish as well. They throw a huge amount of money at Harvey Norman and JB Hi-Fi to promote their products, but the product itself is not that great. They also bribe a lot of reviewers to make it look like they're actually a really good product. They're not in the real tests. So there's a bit of controversy for you. So that's why I choose Avast or Bitdefender. Bitdefender is very good, but this business product does include everything that they offer. So, and I can monitor it as well. So if you get an infection or a dodgy email come through, I'll get a notification about it, and I can send commands to your computer to scan it and that sort of stuff. But if that's not your cup of tea, then Bitdefender is definitely my other best choice for antivirus. But don't take the risk. Don't not have any. Believe me, you will regret it. I've seen too many machines come across my desk that only had Windows Defender installed, and they were infected up the wazoo. They really were. Anyway, on that finer note, this is Ben from Island Computers signing out. Happy hunting.